in the world? You were 100% right. I was 100% wrong. Good job.
Hello world, and thank you for clicking on what may be the most exciting video to date from your friends at Golfing the Villages. This 9-hole vlog will be sure to not only excite, but delight you. In this episode, we catch lightning in a bottle and achieve 4.69 strokes gained putting in just 9 holes. To put that into perspective, 2 weeks ago, the winner of the Valero Texas Open, Akshay Bhatia, gained 2.36 strokes over 4 total competitive rounds. While it may be like comparing apples to avocados, it's my humble attempt to explain the metrics of this particular statistic. Also, if you stay tuned to the end of the round, I will reveal another putting stat which is certain to impress. With the excitement now dialed to a fever pitch, I would be remiss if I didn't mention the details of the round. Today we are playing the Belle Glade Country Club on the Calusa Course as a solo golfer from the gold tees. Those tees are 1 box forward from the tips. We are looking at a solid 3,243 yards in total according to the scorecard. With that said, let the fun begin. Please sit back, relax, and without further ado, let's get after it. As we get set from the first tee, it's 1:26 in the afternoon, 76 degrees, winds about 8 to 13 miles an hour. We've got a driver here. My target line is that large cell tower and or bunker there, kind of right in front, and I'm trying to hit a little bit of a fade. This is the driver. Great strike right down the middle. Now peeling to the right. This is going to catch the center of the fairway. This is perfect.
Nice, good ball.
With just 241 left to the pin, that last drive was approximately 291 yards. But what I'm going to do here is lay up with a 7-iron. I'm looking to be around 100 to 125 yards in on the approach. I'm aiming at that centermost bunker is my goal and trying to land it in the fairway. This strike is good. However, the ball is pulled. It's a little left of, so it's going to be a longer shot for my third.
Long.
Now back to the action. We find ourselves in the center of the fairway here, 129 yards out, so a little longer than I was anticipating. This is that kind of tweener yardage for me. It's not quite gap wedge, but it's a soft pitching wedge, not a breath of wind. So we're going to go ahead and try to smash the pitching wedge toward the flag. This is a good strike. All over it. Maybe a little right of, thinking it's long, but it's in a good spot. We're on the green for birdie. So the pitching wedge danced in there and leaves us with 19 feet for birdie. This is an uphill mover from right to left. You can see where I've aimed a little outside the cup. Just trying to put on a really good stroke. Rolling it up to the cup. Turns it in. Yes. Nice birdie start.
Birdie.
Well, we're living under par, as they say. 1 under through 1. On to the second tee. 363 yards from the gold tees here. It's a par 4. We're going to go with driver. My plan is to start it up the left side, kind of, again, at one of those 2 bunkers there, and let it peel back toward the center. And that's the plan, at least. Let's see if I can execute it and make it happen. Good swing. Perfect. Maybe pulled it a touch left, but I have no reason to believe that that isn't perfect and right down the middle of the fairway.
It's going to be good. Just
I
a
didn't
little
think
bit
I'd have
left.
to worry about it. I'm definitely gonna have to pitch it out.
Yeah. The good news is you're.
I'm really
you're
close
pretty
to-
close to the green. So.
Yeah. So if you want to pan around and show, that's crazy. I can't believe it.
Well, famous last words. A ball that I
That's
thought was going to be
where
perfectly in the
green
fairway
is
is
over
just over there
and
in the
that's
rough. In fact, it's in the penalty area. And
So, we're
it's
just
going
gonna
to
have
cost
to
me a
punch it
shot
out.
because I'm a little bit in jail with
Punch it
the
forward?
trees where it is. So this is going to
Yeah,
have to be
just,
a good pitch out.
Might even just have to go out to here. Kind of unlucky.
Yeah. But you can punch it out, get it up and down.
Well, that would certainly be an achievement if I could do that. This is going to be
listen for
gap
gators.
wedge, just trying to get it back out to the center of the fairway.
A lot of grass.
Well, gators be darned. I'm going to do the best I can with this one. Sort of chop down on it,
The best
get it
you
out
can do.
towards the
That-
fairway. Pretty happy
Just
with that one.
out here to the middle of the fairway.
That's really good.
So not only was I
Well, I
able to
was
get it
working on
out,
this
but I was
yesterday,
able to
little draw
advance it
spin
just a
wedge.
little ways down, which is nice. So this leaves me with 71 yards to a pin that's located on the left side of the green. I've selected the lob wedge from the bag, which is my 62, and I'm feeling pretty comfortable with this type of shot. Trying to hit a little draw spin wedge, now working its way toward the flag,
Okay.
hits and stops
Go up
pretty
there,
close.
see what you got.
That'll be a good
Get
look.
'em, Phil.
Well, good indeed is a lob wedge from 71 yards that gives you 12 feet to try to save par. This one is a little uphill putt, and it's going to move from our right to left. It's got to find the right pace to get to the bottom of the cup. There's the stroke, up and
Look at
in
that.
for a
Par save.
big
Good
par.
job.
Back to back.
Well, my juices are certainly flowing after that big time par putt to keep us one under as we step up to the third tee. 163 to the center, 162 to the pin.
Slightly closed.
I'm
a
between
little
an
bit.
8 or a 7 iron
I
here.
feel like-
It's a good firm all the way 8, but I'd like to be below the hole. And I did think about the 7. Amy called me off, said go ahead and hit the 8. You're probably juiced up a little bit. So that is what I did. I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger on this bad boy. And I didn't quite get all of it. A little bit of a miss hit. It's right, and it's coming up a touch short. I can
Oh,
already hear the
no.
comments
okay.
now. We are in
I
the
wanna- I
bunker.
didn't really know what I had yet. You know what I mean?
Well, I was trying to keep it below the hole,
There's
which
really
is
no
why
lip.
I'd rather
There's
hit the
not
8 iron
much.
versus the 7 iron. But
The only thing is
I did find the bunker here with my sloppy
above
strike.
my feet.
So
I normally
this
choke
ball is a
down
little
anyway.
bit above my feet. I'm not too worried about the sand. There's not too much of a lip. I do have my 62-degree lob wedge here, opened up a little bit. Probably could have played the
I feel
56
like I'm
actually,
hitting
now that I
draw
think
with you.
about it. But
You got
this is a good lie. It's just like I said, it's a little above my feet, so I'm choked down a little bit more. And it just didn't
it's a
come
little above
out
my
as
feet. That
nicely
was
as
the
I
hard
would have
part.
wanted to.
Okay, well,
but
it's out.
It's not bad.
it's okay.
And you're
It's
putting.
almost on the
putting.
surface. So we're in that kind of scruffy little collar area. This putt's going to be downhill, working right to left, and really it's a pace putt. I'm not trying to make it, or I'm trying to make it, but I'm trying to get it as close as possible. It just does not turn at the end. It kind of stays out. So
It turned. Just
I've got.
It didn't turn as
I
much.
don't know what this looks like.
Maybe
Maybe
because of the
4
pace?
feet here. Yeah, I wrote down 4 feet here for bogey. And a little disappointing, but this putt's fairly straight. Maybe a little right edge. And there you go. In the hole for bogey.
nice finish.
Thank you.
So we're now back to even par as we step up to the fourth tee. This is a gorgeous hole. In fact, this is the #1 handicap hole, the par 4 fourth. You can see it's a dog leg kind of right to left, so favors a draw, which would be a great shot to hit here. I am aimed at those middle bunkers, I would say. The further left you go, the further the carry. So keeping it a little up the right.
Oh, that's gonna be
This is
good.
a gorgeous little
More
draw
of a
working
draw,
back
Yeah,
toward the
true.
center
We'll
of the
take it.
fairway, and it's going to be
It's a
short of the
draw hole.
trap,
Totally
so
fine.
we're in good shape.
Go at this
Now from
flag.
the center of the fairway, we have just 129 yards left to this pin, or this hole location. And looking at probably hitting the pitching wedge again. Again, this is that tweener yardage. It's not quite good enough for my gap wedge, and so just a little softer on the pitching wedge is the right play here. So from the middle of the fairway, not too much wind, just trying to make good contact. Really great
ball.
strike.
Yep, that's all over.
All over the flag. Now maybe a little
Yeah,
bit
very
long.
good.
Wow,
See a
didn't
touch
see
long, I
that
think.
coming.
I've got it on this brown spot out here, but it's not gonna break there. It's gonna break early, so I've got it a few feet out. It's gonna be well inside of that.
Okay, you've got a lot more break than I do, but
I do.
that's what you need to be making the decisions.
Well, I
on
figure
the-
like we typically underread them, so let's see if we can overread it a little bit. And
Well, you've heard the thought process, and I know unfortunately you can't quite see the hole probably, but this putt is now from 28 feet, and we're trying to make a birdie. Rolling it up, and
what
with the
in
last
the world?
turn,
You were
it rolls in.
100% right. I was 100% wrong. Good job.
that's birdie, by the way.
I know, that's birdie number 2.
Well, draining a 28-footer for birdie, that'll get you going. Now we step up to the fifth tee. It is a par 4, 380 yards, but it's a severe dogleg to the left. You can see you pretty much have to lay up. You get a very narrow shoot from these tee boxes. So I'm going to go ahead and take the 3-wood, start it at the right edge of that trap, and try to turn it over.
Okay.
And that's
Totally good.
exactly what this shot has done. It
Just a
is
nice swing and
absolutely
draw.
perfect. I could not
Alright.
be happier. Now from the middle of the fairway, we have just 150 yards to a back left pin location. I've got a 9-iron in my hand. Even though it's up the hill, I think it's the right club for me. A little bit of an issue here. Amy says I'm aimed to the right, and she might very well be correct. But I think I'm aimed in a good spot. Good strike,
That
but
was
the ball
alignment.
is
Yeah.
leaking right,
You
which is
lined
an
up
indication
really
I may
right.
have been aimed a little too
Gonna hit
far
a
to the
massive
right
cut
for that
shot.
fade. It's going to catch
Cut
the green,
across
but
it.
wait till you see it. While it
I
is
mean,
a
this
green
is
in
what,
regulation,
90 feet, 80
this
feet?
is a extremely long range putt. It's in the range of 80 to 90 feet. It's literally from one side to the other. I don't know if I could have found a longer putt on this green. But this is just trying to get the pace right to get it as close to a 3-foot circle as I possibly can. Up the hill, it's going to break multiple times. That's a really
hi.
good leave.
Yeah.
Pretty happy with
'Cause I know
that.
the group ahead
That's
of
going to
us
now
is,
leave me
you
with
know,
just 5
they're
feet
backed up
here
and we're,
for
you know,
par,
usually
so
waiting on them,
a
so
little
you know,
outside of my 3 foot that I was hoping for, but nevertheless, it's in a good spot, and I can try to make a save here to save my par and stay 1 under par. Yes,
Par save.
great
That's a
par
good
putt
tee
in
on
the
the
hole,
hole.
rolling so nice.
Good
Staying at 1 under.
putt.
Those are the kind of putts that really keep the rounds together. Now, as we stand at the 6 tee, it's 133 yards to the pin, but it's playing as 140 yards. I'm now going to go back to that pitching wedge and just try to hit it full, to be honest. It's a pretty full pitching wedge, and I'm feeling pretty comfortable without too much wind really to speak of. Aimed a little left to try to hit a fade. And I do, bringing the ball in from the left side, but now not cutting and going to hang out to the left. Just missed the green. Not great.
Well,
So just short of the green, but not a bad spot. This is going to be uphill, so meaning I have a little bit of the ball's on the upslope here for the lie. It's only my third missed green of the round so far. I've got the 62 degree, and you can see the height at which I created that shot was a little too high and now rolling away from the pin. So that leaves me now with 13 feet here to try and save par. This putt is also up the hill. You could see how it was working away on the previous shot. Again, just trying to get the pace right. Rolls it up and in the cup for a nice big 13-foot par.
nice par save.
It's a good par save.
Now this 7th tee offers us a blind tee shot, which it's no doubt I'm not a fan of because when you hit it really far and then you can't see it land, you have no idea where the ball is. So instead of aiming at that last power tower with my driver or 3-wood, I've aimed a little further to the right to try to bring a draw in and maybe catch a glance of it.
Beautiful.
This ball's well struck. It is up the right side, kind of blocked or pushed. It's going to be just short of the trap.
I think it's short of the bunker.
in play, and we'll have a chance to go for the green.
That one I hung.
Now, less than a footstep outside the bunker here. It is 163 yards to the pin. You can maybe barely see the pin hanging out over the left edge of that far trap. It's barely even flying. I went ahead and grabbed a 7-iron from the bag here, and trying to produce a little bit of a fade is my ideal pattern here. And this one just starts at the flag and then fades, which is not good. So it's going to be short of the green, just missed it on the right side. Having a few alignment issues with my swing today, especially with the irons, but it's something I've been working on. Now with back-to-back missed greens, this is our third shot onto this par 4, and I went ahead and grabbed the lob wedge. Probably should have grabbed the sand wedge now in hindsight. With the distance here, I need to carry, and I flubbed it. This is barely going to get on the green, but it is on, and we'll have a long-range chance here to try to save par. As we come back here on the 7th green, we are 36 feet away from the cup. This is a long-range putt. This is one that you're just hoping to get inside of a 3-foot circle or maybe close enough to tap in. Rolling it up now to the cup and in. Wow, what a big par putt.
Come on.
Who just made that putt?
Come on, really? 36 feet?
Wow.
That was a really good.
Cheese and
If
crackers.
there
I am
was a gallery,
unconscious
they'd
with
be
this putter.
clapping.
If I'm sleeping, I don't want to wake up. I want to keep this dream alive. So we are now on the 8th tee. This is the par 5. It's 518 yards. You can see there's water. In our previous video with Carl, when we played this course as a scramble, I hit 3-wood almost to the end from one box up. So I'm a little cautious of what I'm hitting here. I know I have to hit a driver and just want to hit it long and straight one time here and avoid the trouble and the water. Great strike right up the right side now. Not sure if it's going to catch the fairway as it travels over the bunker, but
Well,
can't tell
we're
from
gonna go
here.
find
But
out.
spoiler alert, it's good.
Kind of hung it. We'll test the lie. Thinking there's a chance we go for it here.
Go for the green? You going for the green?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're gonna have to wait for them to finish.
Yeah. Got a little bit of a hook lie.
Looks like they're
Fine.
walking off. I don't know. I can't tell. Yeah, they're walking off, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Thinking about it.
I mean, you got the head cover off, you got the club out, you're swinging it, you're going for it, right?
What do you think?
I need you to do the shot that you're most comfortable with.
Probably the iron. The trap there worries me a little bit. But I think it's going to come out hooky, so I think that left side's all good. I don't think I can get it in the trap, which is...
You guys didn't pay to see a layup,
Famous
right?
last word.
No.
All right, no guts, no glory. Come on.
I mean, yeah, we're out here to have fun. Go for it.
Come on. People don't want to see me lay up. They want to see me go for it, right?
All right, so 261 to the pin. This is a choke down 3-wood. You can see I'm almost down to the end of the grip there. I believe it's got a hook lie, so just trying to punch it essentially down there. This one does not turn over. It
sent
stays
it.
right, but it's in a really
Where? I
good
don't
spot
know.
to the
Right?
right of the green. It's going to miss the trap and be
On
in an
that
area
trap,
where
it's
we can
good.
pitch it in,
You know,
maybe
that
for
was-
an eagle. Now, I don't have a yardage here. It's unknown. So this is sort of a feel shot. I feel it's about 65 yards. I walked up to the green to pace it off and look. The slope is from left to right, so anything left of the flag will sort of kick to it. So that's my plan. Get it up, and it's on the surface, dancing toward the pin. Looks real good. In
Okay, I
fact,
got
it
it.
is so good, we just have 4 feet down the hill here
Okay.
for a birdie. What a great shot from there. Little indecision on my part, but we roll it down and it's
Getting all
right into the bottom of the
birdie.
cup.
In the hole.
That's 3
another
birdies.
birdie. Absolutely lighting it up today. As we step up to the 9th tee, we are now 2 under par. We could try to close this out. It is 388 yards. Again, I've got a driver in my hand. I'm aimed at that leftmost trap, and I'm just going to let it peel back with a fade back to the center of the fairway. This would be a great finish here. And oof, this ball starts right and goes right. It's a bit of a wipe. Maybe got a little too comfortable. It's going to miss the fairway and be in the rough, but
Short up,
it's
okay.
going to be okay.
Try to go right
ability
at
to find it and hit it again. It may have actually caught the fairway there. It's kind of hard to tell. 161 yards to the pin here, slightly up the hill. This has been the worst part of my game all day, really my irons, to be honest. This is a 7-iron, and I'm just trying to start it at the edge of the trap there and let it fade back because my ball seems to be moving a little too much for me today. And this one goes left on a pole. Not good, going toward the tree, and a little disappointing, but that's what I've been working with.
Yeah, 35 yards. So here's the other option where you're standing. I pitch it to where you're standing. You can see how it's open here.
Do you want me to get out of the way?
Yeah, I pitch it to where you're at, and I
don't know if the camera does it justice, but the branches are overhanging.
Okay.
And by the way, there's bees in this tree. We figured that out later. I can't go over the trap because the ball might hit the branches. There's actually a big opening there just left of the Golfing the Villages logo, which is where I'm going to pitch this ball to get it on the side of the green. And you can see that's a really good shot. It's going to be on the green, and really just hoping to 2-putt now. I have made at this point 120 feet of putts so far. This putt is from 28 feet, and it's going to roll down the hill, trying to get it into the cup, and well, that's okay. It rolled a little away here. This is now 5 feet, and it is for bogey, which would get me to 1 under par for this 9-hole extravaganza.
Nice finish.
That is in the hole for a bogey. Well done. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope viewing it was as enjoyable as it was to play it. So the stats I promised you are as follows: 4.69 strokes gained putting, 11 total putts, that's 7 1-putts and 2 2-putts. With the last putt hold, that makes for 125 feet of putts made. I guess I can't threaten to put that putter in timeout anymore after this incredible performance. Let me say thank you to all of you who make this channel possible by watching, liking, and subscribing. I dedicate this video to all of you as a way to say thank you for all of the wonderful support. Until next time, we will see you on the course.